Hi there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading. This is Yetta Pearl, and this is your general angel reading for the week of December 13th through 19th of 2021. Okay, so let's see here what your angels are going to come up with this time. They're not trying to tell you what to do. They're not. What they're doing is reading the energy that's around you, that you've been creating for yourself, that you've been drawing to yourself, and then they're pointing it out to you. So if there's anything in here that you don't like, that you think, oh, no, I don't want that, well, now's your chance to change it. Now's your chance to move your energy around and make it so that this is not your message. Right? So they're reading what is likely to happen if you stay on the same trajectory. Okay, so let's see what they're saying here. Looks pretty good. Okay, relationship harmony. Isn't that beautiful? You're getting along. Yeah, you're getting along. And so, think about, who popped in your mind first. Yes, that's who they're talking about. They're also kind of talking about like across the board. Like it's like people are suddenly very cooperative with you as you want to be with them. And it's like you can see eye to eye. And there's a lot of harmony right now. And this is, it just feels good, it just feels good. It feels like relief. It feels like understanding. It feels like, oh my gosh, you do get it. This is what this feels like. It's gratifying. Now it does also feel like you have, I don't know, you have doubts that this will continue or something like that. It's possible that it won't, but it's also possible that it will. And so, it depends upon the two of you in that particular relationship. And it's up to you guys whether you continue this harmony, whether you can stay on the same page, whether you can stay out of bitterness and judgment. And indifference, it feels like there has been some indifference. Not necessarily on your part. It just feels like the relationship has really suffered. And so now it's been a while and you're a little doubtful that it can truly be saved. So keeping the communication open is going to be the absolute key to that. Okay, all right. And for some of you, that relationship, that's friends, where, maybe you haven't been in very close contact lately with some of those friends and you're getting together more now. That does tend to happen around the holidays. Maybe you're having some gatherings and some just contact, maybe not in person, that kind of thing. Those friendships are very, very important to you, and they are to the other people as well. So make sure you're keeping those current. Make sure you're putting in a little bit of effort, and not all of it. It's a two-way street. The other people absolutely have to participate in this, right? But those friends are really important to you right now. You can confide in them. The ones that, some of them you're not going to. It's just the wrong topic for that relationship. But you know who you're talking about, right? The ones that you can feel safe with. The ones who won't try and barge in and control everything, or just want you to do what they say, right? No, you need people who you can have a conversation with, who you can bounce things off of, who will not take anything personally when you're sharing what is personal to you, right? Yeah, you love those friends and they love you. They're very important to you. They feel good. They feel really good. Okay. You have so many blessings here. It's like being showered upon you. And you've been forgetting that some of the time. Traditionally, you're very, really good at remembering and noticing all the beautiful stuff, blessings, things, not necessarily objects, but all the beautiful stuff in your world to be thankful for. Normally, you're pretty good at that, and you treasure those things. You've kind of been losing sight of that a little bit in the last little while, and so now you're getting back into it. Your angels want to encourage you to continue doing that, because the more you acknowledge what's beautiful, the more beautiful you're attracting. Yeah, so just acknowledging that really feels good. It does. You have a lot of divine guidance coming your way as well. And that comes from when you're communicating with your angels. Keep talking to them. They like it. And so do you, So then you learn how to trust what you're receiving as messages, that those are real. Because at the beginning, it's hard to remember, hard to know, right? Whether, like, is this a real message from my angels, or did I make this up? And so the more you can, kind of take a leap of faith and decide to trust it, decide to treat it like a real message, then the more messages they will send. And that is, it's your intuition. That's you receiving and choosing to receive and trusting and believing. And you have all that. You have all that guidance available to you. And so your angels want you to use that more. Some of you are sitting there going, yeah, I've been doing that a lot. Yes, they're acknowledging that. It's beautiful. They love it. They love it. Okay, all right. And so what is it that you want? What is it that you want? Make your intention crystal clear. Get absolutely clear on exactly what you want. It feels to me like we're back to this relationship that we were talking about at the beginning. What do you want? If you're waffling back and forth, it's pretty hard for the other person to kind of keep up, right? This is not one-sided. The two of you are involved in that relationship. And if you're not sure what you want, then you probably are giving mixed messages, conflicting messages. And so sit with yourself, get really deep in that, and until you fully understand what you truly want. Do you want this relationship to continue? And it feels like relationship. For some of you, it could be a job, it could be a home, it could be friends, it could be significant other, it could be a pet, it could be travel situations, whatever it is that's in your life. What do you want it to be? The clearer you are on knowing what you want, the more it's going to come to you, the easier it will come. Is when you're going back and forth, you're creating resistance every time you go back and forth, and then it can't come to you, right? So even, meditate, have pen and paper afterwards and write things down and see what it feels like. And then look at it again tomorrow and see, what does it feel like today? Am I feeling different today? Maybe I don't want the same thing today as I did yesterday. Maybe that was a momentary thing. Whatever, right? So spend the time and the effort getting to know what you want so that you are crystal clear in your intention, and that way you can be attracting it all the time. Yes. And all this works together for your power. Taking back your power. This is key for you, because you've been feeling like a victim, and you're not. You're not. You've been feeling that way, but it's at least, well, maybe all your own doing, in some ways. In some ways. So taking back your power means you have settled on what exactly you want, and you have your boundaries and what you will tolerate, and you're giving clear messages to the people in your life as to what you want, as to who you are, and how you consent to be treated. And in the past, you've kind of, the other person has, their behavior has been determining how you feel. And going forward, that will not be the case. Once you're taking back your own power, you know how you feel. They can act however they want, and it doesn't really affect you. Right? I'm feeling again that indifference. This is probably not on your part. The other person, that's been part of the problem, is that they don't appear to care. Right? And so how do you feel about that? And what do you want? And once you know all those things, then you know what to do about that. Okay. All right. Your angels are rooting for you. You got this. Okay. So, yeah, here we have our one last bit of wisdom from the daily guidance cards. Time to go. Get busy. It's like pack your bags and get going. So I don't know if this is travel for you, or if this is your move, or can't quite tell. Time to go. It's time to end this cycle for real, for good, for decisively, so that the new cycle can begin. It's a blessed event. It's a very happy thing. This funny, this picture doesn't really look like the way what always springs in my mind. I should say what did spring in my mind when I first drew this card. In my mind, it was almost a cartoonish character, very happy, very cheerful, with a suitcase and flying away. It was a joyous thing. So so good for you for being able to finish that cycle joyfully. All right. Gemini, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you very much. And I love you. And I will see you next week.